Good people. What's going on? My name is Stevie Baggs Jr. I'm your host for Conscious Conversation. And as you know, Conscious Conversation stands for political, economic, education, social, and spiritual. We're tackling the 5 Ps, the 5 power structures that we have to deal with every day. And each and every time we gather, folks, you know we're bringing someone who's very special to the table. But before we talk about our guest, we have to talk about this topic. This is a very serious topic. This is one of the most serious topics, in my humble opinion, that we'll ever have to talk about on this show. And this topic concerns our health and wellness. Not just eating right and working out, we're talking about on a cellular level. So with me today, I have not only one of my closest friends, my big brother, a mentor. This brother's a father. He's in the community. He's helping people change the way they consume. And if you tell me what a person consumes, I'll tell you how they think. So none other than Mr. Ladell Hill. Speaking of consumption, speaking of things that we've been given, there's something going on right now that everybody's talking about. They're talking about this coronavirus. And I've heard so many mixed things about it, but I would love to get your take on what this thing is about, in your opinion.
Well, I'm not going to get into politics, but I will let you know, because I like to stay in my lane. You know, I'll always tell you that when we have our conversations. And the lane is that it's considered an exogenous protein. Viruses are exogenous proteins. It intrudes the body. It disrupts it. It whatever messes it up. So this particular virus hits the upper respiratory. That's where the villi are. They're little projectiles. It is where all the nutrients come through when you breathe. You know, like people with asthma, they usually have inflamed villi or broken off. So that's why they wheeze a lot. So it's attacking. And this is just my take on it. For if I get unlucky and catch it, you know, I just know certain compounds that will help put up a fight for me. And it was interesting because, you know who I'm good friends with, but I'm friends with a lot of physicians. And it was interesting because I told them, I was like, you know, the way society's today, we trying to raise $7-8 billion to try to fight or come out with a formula to counteract, destroy this virus. So that's like going out purchasing an army to work with the army that you already have existing to fight a battle for you. And then the next thing you know, another battle comes. The war's not over. The battle keeps coming. Had you rather do that, or had you rather give your army an unlimited amount of ammunition through the food source to do the fighting for you? So you not only win the battle, but you win the war.
Wow. Because
you're strengthening and you're giving the body exactly the compounds that it requires to go into fight mode for you.
Ladell, man, wow, that's let me ask you this. I always say this. You've heard me say this, and many of the listeners may have heard me say